episode of A Moment of Tiki, coming to you from the Lagoon of Mystery, my home tiki bar here in Central Texas. Today I am going to revisit my estate sales episode, kind of, sort of, a little bit, because what I'm going to do stems from one of my acquisitions. I was fortunate enough to get this fish trap from an estate sale some time ago. It was to Texas State University art professors, and they had quite a few items of native and tribal indigenous art or craftsmanship on display in their homes, and they had two fish traps, and I brought them both home. This is one of them. This is the smaller of the two. It's 34 inches long, which is not quite a yard for everyone else outside the United States. It's a little bit shorter than a meter long. It's made from reed or rattan strips, and it looks pretty cool if you can see it. It's got a little exit trap right there, the mouth. It looks fetching, and it's small enough where it can fit in my indoor tiki space from the bamboo lattice that I created up there without dropping down too far to bump people in the heads, unlike the other ones I have. So what I want to do is turn this into a light. And I just don't want to do a light. I want to make it look cool, make it kind of look like an actual working fish trap. So let's see what I can pull off, okay? All right, are we ready to do this? I'm excited. First things first is I need to illuminate this, and I decided that I wanted to go with multiple C7 LED, these are like small Christmas lights on there. So what I did is I went online and bought this 4-socket C7 light string. I had my own C7 LED bulbs. I went with alternating green and yellow because I don't have that much of that color, certainly not yellow, in my upstairs tiki bar, so I thought that would look good. And what I'm going to do is insert them in here so they'll illuminate it from the inside, then run the wire out the back and plug it in. This particular cord does not come with a plug. It comes with open wires right here. You can either attach a plug, a simple plug like this. It's fairly easy to do. Unscrew, connect the wires, and you're good to go. Or in my case, I need more wire length to tie it in with my existing system. So I have some lamp cord here. This is 18/2. It's not really heavy duty, but again, this is a light LED power draw. There's not much amperage, not much wattage for that. So it doesn't need to be a very robust cord drawing power. So I measured out, that's roughly 7 feet, a little bit more than the meter. I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to splice this onto my cord, this cord here, to give me a little bit more length so I can tie it into my existing electrical system. I'm ready to splice the wires together, but I'm going to use heat shrink tubes to seal and solidify and insulate the splices when I'm finished. This is a larger tube. I'm sliding it over the cord right here, and here's two smaller tubes that I am going to slide over individual wires right here so that they will insulate the actual splice, and then the larger tube will cover up the individual splices and seal it all so it'll be one hole. I'm probably not making any sense, but trust me, it'll work. Now, you want to find which wire of yours is the neutral. The neutral is going to have ribbing on the side. You can feel it, thump, 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 thump with your fingernail. This is neutral. and on this side over here, and this one's the neutral here. So I have both neutrals. I'm going to basically crisscross, fold over each one back on itself, and then twist to make a secure connection that will not fall apart. Okay, come on. Okay, got a secure connection right there. And now we're going to do that with the positive wire. Okay, they are both connected, both strong, good connection. Now I'm sliding the sleeve, the tube over. Come on. Okay, now I have the two sleeves covering my splices. I'm going to pull out my hot heat gun. This is like a hair dryer on steroids. Puts out really, really hot heat. You don't need a whole lot of heat. This heat shrink tubing is pretty sensitive. Now, once these initial tubing sheaths have cooled, because you don't want to try this hot, I'm coming in with the second layer, which is much larger, to cover up both of these. And I'm sliding it over. Yeah, and then we are going to hit it with the hot gun again. All right, there we go. It's nice, secure and insulated. And I have enough lamp cord here to tie it into my existing on-off switch system. So we're gonna put this away for now and move on to my next part of the diabolical plan. All right, for my next trick, you can't really have a convincing fish trap unless you have fish. And I ordered this set of tropical fish, miniature tropical fish, from online. And each one is between 1.5 inches and 2 inches long, just perfect for this small fish trap. And what I'm going to do is use my Dremel with the absolute tiniest bit that I have to drill holes through their dorsal fins. Well, except for this little boxfish right here, I drilled a hole in the top and added a little eye screw right there. So he's a little separate case because dorsal fin didn't work. So anyway, I'm going to run a really super fine thread through these holes and then attach them to the fish trap. So the fish are dangling and swimming around the fish trap. Okay, there we go. Really quick, really simple. This vinyl fish, plastic, whatever it is, drills through really easily. Nice stable hole, and I think these fish are going to look really cool swimming around the fish trap. I use a needle to thread the black thread through the fin of the fish, then square knot, double knot, trim the excess, and there you go. We have a floating fish. Now my intent is to not just stick some lights into the fish trap and be done with it. I want to make it more elaborate, more impressive, more of a bit of eye candy in my tiki space, so to speak. And for that, I want to create the illusion of like seaweed dripping down from it, draping over it like it was just pulled from the lake, river, ocean, wherever. And to accomplish that effect, I am going to use some Spanish moss. Those of you from the southern United States is familiar with it, dangling from oak trees and other heavy overgrowth. Those of you not from the southern states where this is common, craft stores will sell it, or you can come up with an alternative of your own liking. But it has very thin tendrils that come down, and I think lends itself to a nice aquatic effect. Unfortunately, this is gray, and gray seaweed doesn't quite cut it. So I'm going to use some spray paint. This is a light green, and I'm going to just put a light color. I want to get a multi-layered effect going here. I don't want it to be solid. That would kind of be artificial. So I have it in a box, and I'm just taking the spray paint and just, hang on. Here we go. Just some light dusting over it, shaking it around a bit. Okay, now I've got a good bit of this brighter green on there. I'm gonna come back and do a second layer of darker forest green. So I get a multi-layered effect. I'm gonna have the gray base, and then I'm going to have the lighter green, and then the top of this darker forest green. And as you can see, I'm shaking this around to get all sides of it effectively sprayed. And this is what we have once it's dry. It's multi-green, multi-gray. I think it looks really good, and it's going to be pretty convincing hanging from my fish trap. At this stage, it's all just pretty much put everything together. I've got these fish, and I'm going to tie them on various locations on here. So they hang at different depths and levels. I'm slipping the string in, and then I'm going to use this pair of needle nose pliers to grab the string on the other side and pull it through. And tie a simple square knot. I'm going to repeat this multiple times here. So I have a nice little reef of fish swimming around, as they do in the actual oceans, as opposed to my fake tiki ocean. Now, one thing that I want to do, and I'm just using a basic square knot, nothing fancy at all. I'm snipping off the loose. One thing I do want to do, so the fish aren't all entirely compacted right in the line, I'm taking this bamboo skewer, basic, any shop, grocery store or something should have it, and sliding it through all the way to the other end. And I should have done this before, but I'm going to paint it black so it doesn't stand out. Is I'm going to take these little fishies and tie them onto the ends of the skewer so we get a little bit of separation from the fish trap. Okay, that's not too bad. Gonna keep on going till I run out of fishies. Okay, that was unbelievably tedious, but I think it looks pretty cool. Don't you? Well, now we go to the next part, which is using the moss / artificial seaweed that we created earlier. I'm just going to take this and stuff this down in the middle. I want to get some of it just draping. I'm not going to use that much of it, but stuff it in. Okay. Now I'm going to try and reach in with these needle nose pliers and pull some of these tendrils through. There we go. A little bit there, a little bit over here. There we go, got a little coming out the front. That's looking nice. Okay, now the final major step is to insert my light strand in here. You can see 4 lights be right through the middle, green and yellow. But to do that, I need to thread this wire in. So it shouldn't be that difficult, but who knows? Ta-da! Excellent. Ah, and I just dropped it. Okay, let's see if I can pull it out. And yes, here we go. Now I'm pulling this and all of my light cord coming through here. And now we're gonna work these bulbs in. Slip in through there, one in. Now we're working the second one in. And I think we are good. Yay! We have the fish, the moss, and the lights are all up in here, and we are ready to hang and install and make a nice fish light inside. So here we are. It's all finished. I have it installed, hanging from my bamboo lattice that I put up here, more than a year ago. I think it looks great. We've got the alternating yellow and green bulbs in there. C7 have the Spanish moss that is green, simulating seaweed gathered around the ancient abandoned fish traps. And we have the school of tropical fish dangling and swaying in the wind, especially when I have the ceiling fan going. I think it looks great. It adds a fun bit of ambiance to it, and the added decor, the embellishments I put onto the trap enhance it so much more and tell more of a story than just hanging the fish trap itself from the ceiling, and certainly more than the fish trap on a pedestal like the place, the estate sale that I initially got it from does. I think it's a great addition here, and your mileage may vary, but I hope you're able to take some ideas from this in case you yourself come into possession of a vintage fish trap or even a fake fish trap. Just do something to kind of elevate the presentation and make your tiki space more of an experience for your guests. I hope you enjoyed this. I had a heck of a lot of fun putting this together. So until next time, from the Lagoon of Mystery, aloha.